Hey everyone, welcome to Avian Games. Just Jack today, bringing you another deck profile on probably my, I hate to say it, probably my best deck. I don't play a lot of meta, and this is probably the most meta that I've gotten in the time I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Which this in no way is just like a meta-defining deck of any sort, but super fun. Gren Manju, if you didn't figure it out, figure it out. But it's honestly like everyone calls it a Gren Maju deck, but it really isn't. I feel like the way to win isn't really Gren Maju. It's so inconsistent to get Gren Maju. It's more of a level 8 turbo with Gren Maju is also a win condition. I don't know. There's a couple win conditions that you can do, and I'll tell you all about it. But this is the profile I have, so I guess we can just jump right into it. So 3 Gren Maju, obviously, get that big bonkers attack. Then we get 3 Hex and 2 Glyph. So I do run the Golden Castle package. I love Golden Castle. I used to have a Fairy Tale deck. It's just really crappy, so I don't have it anymore, and I made it a Gren Maju deck. But I think the Banish 10 off of the Golden Castle and the automatic special summon and everything else in the deck is basically a special summon. This is the only normal summon. So if you're going to do the level 8 turbo, you can Golden Castle into the Hex, get a pop, and then also maybe do some of your other danger stuff. But it's really good. And then this also just gets Golden Castle. And then this is also protection. So the 3 of these, 2 of these, I think that's a good ratio because you can normal summon her if you have Golden Castle on the field. We also run trade-in so you can get rid of her. It's really just, I feel like a pretty solid card for the deck going all around. But then 2 Glyph, of course, just to get more Golden Castles. So you have 5 Golden Castles. So 10 ways to banish, or 5 ways to banish 10 there, and then 3 ways to banish another 10 off Pot of Desire. So a lot of banishing for your Gren Maju. And then, of course, a little danger package. I just run 3 Thunderbird, 3 Bigfoot. I just want their levels for the 8s. I mean, their effects are really good too. A little spell trap removal, a little pop action, and then Jackalope. I only run 1 Jackalope because it just gets me these guys on the field for the level 8 turbo. And then I do a little Kaiju package because Kaijus are freaking annoying. So I like to go second with this deck if you didn't really pick that up yet. I'd like to run these. They're both the level 8s once again, trade in. Also, if you want to do more turbo. But they're just really annoying and they're helpful in certain situations. And I run just 6 of them. I don't really want that many of them in my deck. I'm already over 40. But with Gren Maju, since you're banishing so much, I mean, it's fine. It's not a huge deal. Then, of course, like the main Gren Maju staple, it feels like, is you got to run a Rochi. That's a banish 8 off the top, get a free special summon, and also a pop in the next turn, banish 3. Really helpful, super nice, another level 8. Everything is basically level 8 except, I want to say it's just these 2. Well, it's not everything. Okay, well, I'm stupid. Why did I even say that? That's a lot of cards. Anyways, Eater of Millions at 2. Another way to banish some cards, also just an annoying card to get around, and can get rid of some stuff on your opponent's board that could be frustrating. And so I run 2. I don't need more than 2. It's just another card to get on the field. So another special summon. Then 3 D Shifters is the only hand trap we're playing. I don't really need the other hand traps. I don't think it's consistent enough to like get one. And it just I run everything in here for a reason, for some certain aspect of it. Also, D Shifter is really good in the format right now. I'm pretty sure in one of the replays that you'll see at the end, I shut down a Drytron player like instantly. They don't just can't do anything, and then I OTK them in the next turn. So yeah, but those are all the monsters. They all have a little bit of a purpose. The only cuttable one I would say that's in here is Eater of Millions. I think Eater of Millions, you could probably put in something else if you wanted there. You could take it out if you want to get it closer to 40. Put more Kaijus in because we are doing Kaiju Slumber for consistency, I guess. But I really like this. It's just more banish, and I think it's super helpful. So I would keep that at what it is. Then 3 Golden Castle, we already talked about that. The second effect of this is honestly, I have a replay for you. I'll show you the replay. You can watch it. You could be in a pickle and your opponent can do something. I'm pretty sure I face a hero player and they get plasma on the field and my whole field's negated, and I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do? And then he attacks right into me, and he had less than 1900 attack, or it less than whatever he had. He equipped a monster to it, and he ends up killing himself because he doesn't read the card effects. And no one reads this card. They just think it's special summons and the banish 10, but actually it's a big defender. Your opponent cannot attack you, or they take half of the attack points of that monster, and then that monster's destroyed. So super helpful. It was a broken card in the anime, and it's a pretty great card in the regular Yu-Gi-Oh game, but it's the Banish 10 I think that people don't really like, and you can only summon, of course, the Fairy Tale monsters, but super helpful. Also, another thing I didn't mention about Glyph, I think one of the replays might show this, is I summon out Glyph at one point. If you can normal and special summon him too, you can target one spell or trap, so it's more spell or trap removal, so you're running like five spell and trap removals, which is kind of nice. One Foolish Burial, that's just for the Gizmek Orochi. Everything else here doesn't really need to go to the grave. There's no real purpose for that, but I like to get that. It's another way to get 8 banish really quick, so and a card to specials out in the field. Then you trade in your desires, banish 10, draw, neg 9, you know, it is what it is. And then 3 Super Poly, because this card is just absolutely broken. I don't know why it's in the game. It just feels dirty to use, but I love it. And everything here, most everything, is a dark, or majority. I shouldn't say most everything, I guess, because I'm seeing wind, aqua, fire. But pretty helpful. Just I run like the gambit and the extra deck, so let's get into the extra deck. So basically one of everything. There's 2 of this because this seems to be like the most consistent one that you go into, and then just pretty generic. You could switch these out for anything that you like, whatever, something that you play at locals that you see a lot of that's worth swapping into, but these seem to be like the most likely suspects that I go into. And then just Phoenix for spell trap, Cerberus for monster removal, even though you got a lot of both of those, but just generic too, to get crap off the field if you need to get it off the field. And then your level 8s here. So this guy, don't go into him often. He could probably be something else, but he is a number monster, which is important. Then Dingirsu, I don't usually go into him often either, so not that big a deal. It's the combo, which everyone probably already knows, 97 and 100. You go into 97, you detach, go into 100, and attach. You can either attach 107 or Hope Harbinger, Harbinger, blah, 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 blah. Attach that to it, and then you get to attack for 9,000. So usually a lot of the time I can clear the board with everything that's on this. So I'll destroy something with this, or destroy something with this, destroy something with this. Kaiju the monster. You can do so many things in destruction, and then go into this to attack for the 9k win. And I usually don't go into this either, so it's not that big a deal. So you either overwhelming the board with level 8s and just sheer damage, so like 3,000. 26 can attack monsters twice. 28, it could be an infinite number here. It's crazy how high this can get. 2450, and you can get like half of these on the board depending on how many banish cards you have. You can make this a decent number. It's pretty consistent with how big you can get a board here. But so like the 3 main win cons are, you either getting the Gren Manju out with a bunch of banish cards, you're overwhelming the board with just a bunch of monsters here, or you're going for the OTK Numeron 100, number 97. So that is the deck. The side deck, this is honestly in here from another time. I didn't fix it. I could see putting a lot of these in here. Like, I played a hero player and I was debating on taking D-Shifter out or putting Nibiru in. I'd like D-Shifter better, and I just kept it. Twin Twister, if you want more spell and trap removal, even though you have a lot, never gonna hurt to have a little more. Lightning Storm, maybe you want to cut some of the Kaiju Slumbers and put those instead. You could even add more cards. I mean, you're banishing so much. You just don't want to make it too clunky that it doesn't make sense anymore. Like, you're drawing into all those extra cards that you fill in here. I only run these extra 4 cards because I think Super Poly is too essential. I don't want to cut like 2 of these and then keep Slumber. I think Slumber's a board clearer, which is really helpful. So I think everything's in here for a reason, and I really like it this way. These side deck, you can really put in a lot of stuff. If you want to put in Cosmic Cyclones or Droplets because you can afford them, or Triple Tactics Talents for some random reason to drop something here. I don't really think this deck is looking to negate stuff other than D-Shifter, and D-Shifter just helps the overall deck idea. But this isn't anything new. I'm sure there's a profile that's very similar to this, but Anyways, that's the deck profile. If you like it, tell me about it. If you hate it, tell me about it. If you think I could do something different, tell me about it. If you want to talk to me about your day, tell me about it. I'd love to hear about it. Other than that, I'm going to show you some replays, and I'm pretty sure my replays, there's not actually, I don't even know if I run into Gren Manju. I don't even think he comes up in a single one of my hands. I think they're mostly level 8 stuff that I do, but that's what I recorded, so yeah. So check it out. Anyways, thanks guys for checking it out, and I'll catch you in the next one.